I am Maya Mohan, doing my research at Tyagaraja College of Engineering under Anna University. I am going to present a particular topic on healthcare systems using classical cipher at the conference ICACC 2016. Let us go to the particular topic. It consists of some introductory section, then existing algorithm, proposed algorithm, conclusion, and the references. So we are living in an era of pervasive computing where the idea of moving technology from standardized machines to a technology where anywhere we can use the particular method. So here the patient monitoring system with pervasive computing can implant on patients will help in tracing the internal activities of the patients on time to time. The collected data can be transferred uh, from the healthcare providers to doctors for accelerating the emergency care. So high level security should be ensured for meeting the safety of the customer. Since the devices are maintained by wireless equipments, so the breaches can be avoided by introducing some authentication, confidentiality, integrity, etc. The most common encryption methods such as RSA, ECC are very hard to crack, but computationally they are expensive. So we can go for a classical cipher method which is less computational, which can be implanted on wireless devices. So among classical ciphers, Hill cipher provides a better security and a suitable guide for the current scenario. So among the classical ciphers, metric multiplication is involved only in Hill cipher, which leads to another plane of security compared to other classical ciphers. So in this particular area, I have chosen Hill cipher for my work. Hill cipher is able to resist most of the known attacks but fail to overcome linear cryptanalysis. A variant of Hill cipher encryption scheme is introduced which addresses the above issue in a simpler manner. The proposed algorithm is not suitable for encrypting large messages similar to public key crypto systems, but can make use in tracking customers' records in the particular areas like customers' posture, diet, weight, etc. The proposed method, before going to the proposed method, let us have a look on the existing method. So for the existing method, the requirement is in order to perform the encryption, the selected key matrix should be a square matrix of order n. So n can be any number. So normally it can be taken up to 6. The two key matrices have an inverse with respect to modulo 26. The steps for the encryption and decryption is shown below. So among the key matrix of order, so here the example is given with a key matrix of order 2. So that will be multiplied with the plain text, we will be getting the cipher text. So this is a normal operation performed in the normal Hill cipher. So encryption of large plain text using Hill cipher is achieved by dividing the plain text into blocks of size n, where n is the order of the key matrix. K is each key matrix k, and each block is multiplied with the key matrix. So attack on the Hill cipher, that is, it is undergoing a linear cryptanalysis attack. So consider the ciphertext C, which is calculated by C is equal to P in P the plain text and the K the key matrix. So which is a multiplication result in ciphertext C. So if the adversary knows the plain text ciphertext pair, it is easy to calculate the key K, that is CP inverse. So the proposed method overcome this linear cryptanalysis attack. So consider the schematic diagram, explain the proposed method. So initially we have to input the key matrix K1. So first we have to check whether it is suitable key matrix for the Hill cipher encryption schema. Then we have to multiply the key matrix K with text matrix which is given C star. Perform C dash, that is C star plus K star. So which is calculated by the by inputting another key matrix K2 along with the block index. So after inputting these values, we have to calculate the power of the key matrix K2, which is the block index as exponential, and find row sum modulo 37 of the resultant matrix, get the key matrix. So here we are having 32 characters. That's why we have to take a modulo of 37 for incorporating all the characters for performing pressure, diabetic control, all those things of the customer. So after performing the calculation, we have to encrypt the data, that is C dash appended along with the block index. If you have still more data to encrypt, you have to perform the operation in a repeated manner. So for performing the decryption, we have to input two key metrics, so which is nothing but the key one matrix and key two matrix. So we have to check whether an existing is inverse. We have to check whether an inverse is existing for the matrix K1 modulo 37. If it is existing, we have to perform the decryption operation. So first we have to detach the block index from the received cipher, calculate the power of the key matrix K2 with the block index as exponent, and find the raw sum of the resultant matrix modulo 37, get the matrix K star. So calculate C star, that is nothing but the difference of C dash and K star. So where C star is the ciphertext. So multiply the inverse key matrix with C star gives the plain text. If you have still data to decrypt, you just repeat the same operation until the plain ciphertext exhaust. So here the key space is used is which is less than 37 to the power n into n, where k is the key, k is taken from the key space. So we are providing a large key space so that in order to beat the brute force attack. So non-plain text attack, which is impossible for this particular proposed method because the operation is not at all linear here, unlike Hill cipher. So obtaining key is not as simple as Hill cipher. So if the ciphertext plain text pair is given. Statistical attack. For the same block of plain text, the proposed method produces different block of ciphertext. Hence, it is drastically very difficult to build a relation between the blocks of plain text and the ciphertext. The other security analysis like avalanche effect. So because the relationship between the plain text and ciphertext is 1 to many, it is very difficult for finding the ciphertext plain text pairs if available to get the plain text. Computational cost. The total execution of the encryption proceeds end with an order of big O of 3n, which is simply big O of n. The time taken for both method is big O of n. So for the standard Hill cipher and the proposed method, the time complexity is almost same. So there is no computational cost for the proposed method while considering the normal Hill cipher method. Timing attack on decryption. This attack is not successful in the modified Hill cipher, hence the block necessitate diverse time for encryption and decryption. So for each decryption and encryption, it is performing different timing for the same set of plain text. The block holding the same data will take different timing for encryption due to the exponential operation. Square attack of integral cryptanalysis. The attack is carried out by observing the constant part of the plain text and the varying part of the plain text with the corresponding ciphertext. This is not possible with the modified algorithm, hence the character mapping between the plain text and the ciphertext appeared to be random for the adversary. So this is just a comparison between the Hill cipher and the modified Hill cipher. The key space for both the method, that is the Hill cipher and the modified Hill cipher, is considered same. So the Hill cipher, the standard Hill cipher is extended for 37 characters, while the normal method we are doing only for 26 characters by incorporating some extra characters for a comparison with the modified Hill cipher. Non-plain text attack is easy for Hill cipher, where it is hard for modified Hill cipher. Statistical attack, as we have seen, it is easy for Hill cipher, whereas it is difficult for the modified Hill cipher. Avalanche effect, which is possible with Hill cipher and it is also possible with modified Hill cipher. Computational cost is low for Hill cipher, but it is average for the modified Hill cipher. Timing attack is possible along with the Hill cipher, whereas it is difficult for the modified Hill cipher. Timing attack, square attack, side channel attacks are always allowable in Hill cipher, whereas it is difficult in modified Hill cipher. So this is the timing computational analysis of modified encryption and the standard encryption using 2 by 2 matrix. So from this figure, we can conclude that both the methods are almost taking equal amount of computation time. So computational wise, this method is not that much costly. It is feasible for any user who is insist with this method. Decryption, encryption analysis of 4 by 4 key matrices, 3 by 3 key matrices and 2 by 2 key matrices are performed. So all methods it is arrived in a point that it is almost negligible the difference. So while we are going to the conclusion, the proposed scheme is an extension of Hill cipher which is capable to rest against the non-plain text attack, which is the main issue in Hill cipher. It provides another plane of security by using two key matrices for encryption and decryption of the characters. A one-to-many encryption is achieved using blocks index scheme. So from the conclusion, we can understand that the modified Hill cipher method, which can be used in the healthcare systems, which will provide a high level security with less computational cost apart from the existing methods. So these are the references which used for doing this proposed method. So thank you.